Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Thursday, April 20th, 2023, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Varsity softball action as your Walpole High Timberwolves host the Oliver Ames Regional High Tigers in a non-league game from Chauncey Smith Field on the Byrd Middle School campus in East Walpole. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be providing all the play-by-play action for today's game. Joining me behind the camera is Nick Piccirilli. Walpole will be looking to make it 4 straight wins today after edging Needham 3-2 in their home opener and then cruising past Braintree 11-2 and Franklin 14-4. These wins came after a 4-1 road loss to Abington in the season's lid lifter. Pitcher Charlotte Sosdinsky once again was the big story for Walpole against Franklin. The sophomore hurler struck out a career-high 15 batters, chipped in with 3 hits and 4 at-bats. Brookie Arena and Briella Clinton both drove in 3 runs and had a pair of hits. One of Clinton's hits was her first career home run. The Timberwolves stand atop the Herget Division of the Bay State Conference at 2-0 at home and are outscoring their opponents 7-3. Orange and Blue has beaten the Tigers 6 straight times and going back to 2015 have won 7 of 10 contests. The Easton School is in 4th place in the Davenport division of the Hockomock League at 1-4, 2-5 overall. The Orange and Black has winless in 4 road games and has been outscored 37-28. Oliver Ames has victories over Whitman Hanson 1-0 and Mansfield 17-9. But has been shut out in their last 2 games, 2-0 to Whitman Hanson and 1-0 to Attleboro. Franklin 8-7 and Stoughton 6-4 have also topped the Tigers. So it was a nice cloud-free day today. Still not the warmest in the world, a typical April, I guess. But it doesn't seem to have the wind that we've had earlier this week. So as long as the wind holds off, we should be doing all right. If you are interested in doing play-by-play or color analysis for any Walpole High sports, we'd love to have you come on board with us here at the Walpole Media Corporation. And you should contact Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or by emailing her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. It's a lot of fun. You can get to see the games up close and personal, maybe learn a few things about the sport that you may not have known before. You get a better idea of what the players' personalities are like. You get to see them and talk to them before and after games, and the coaches also. So if you're a parent, sibling, aunt, uncle, grandparent, neighbor, friend, acquaintance, anybody at all, and you're interested, please contact Executive Director Tamara Green at 508-668-7795 or email her at tgreen@walpolemedia.tv. The captains for the 2 teams going over the ground rules right now. Nothing new for Chauncey Smith Field, unlike Eldracker Field, which is out in center field from Chauncey Smith Field and is being affected by the construction of the new middle school going up to the side and in front of the current Byrd Middle School. So for Oliver Ames, their captains are Maddie Homer and Katie Melendi. All right, the starting lineups for today's game. Leading off at the shortstop for Oliver Ames, Maddie Homer. Batting second, the center fielder, Caitlin Miller. The second baseman, Devin Morris, will be batting third, followed by pitcher Katie Melendez in the cleanup spot. Left fielder Cristilia Covell will be batting fifth. Emily Martin, the third baseman, sixth. Designated player, Taylor Marino, 7th. Right fielder, Ava Trachia, 8th. And in the 9th spot, the catcher, Catherine Farley. Playing first base and not batting right now is Sammy Johnson. For your Walpole Timberwolves, leading off and playing right field, Susie McAdams. Second baseman Abby Kearns will be batting second, followed by pitcher Charlotte Stasinski. Cleanup hitter is the third baseman Nora Broderick. Catcher Ariana Cruiser is batting fifth. Center fielder Carolyn Doran is in the 6th position. Batting 7th and playing shortstop Sienna Cruiser. First baseman Briella Clinton will be batting 8th. And the designated player, Brookie Arena, will be batting 9th. Playing left field and not batting is Lindsay Jacobs. So there you have the starting lineups. And the Timberwolves take the field. With a lack of appreciable rain so far this spring, the fields are in great shape. The infield is nice and smooth here for the softball team. The grass is well cut. Congrats to the Walpole DPW for outstanding work on the fields this spring, as they do all year long. Okay, the meeting on the mound of the infielders. The outfielders are all set to go, and stepping into the batter's box first for the Tigers is the shortstop, Maddie Homer, one of their co-captains. Charlotte looks in for the sign. Goes into the motion. Here's the first pitch of the game. Is the line drive. Base hit into left field. First pitch hitting. So Homer starts things off for Oliver Ames with a line shot to left field. And it brings up the center fielder, Caitlin Miller. Drops down the butt. Oh, it's a bird beauty. Go to home. Okay, they get the out. 2-4 if you're scoring on that. That advances Homer into scoring position at second base and brings up the second baseman, Devin Morris. She takes a strike. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball, base hit into right field. Play at the plate. They decide to hold on. So runners at the corners for Oliver Ames here. And it brings up the cleanup hitter, the pitcher, Katie Melendi. Here's Stasinski's pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike one. Stasinski looks in for the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit into center field. And OA gets on the board first here with their third hit of the inning. Runners on first and second as Homer comes in with the initial run of the game. And coming to the plate is the number 5 hitter, Cristelia Covell. She is the left fielder for Oliver Ames. Straczynski looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a ball going to third. Out. Nice play. They caught a great throw by Ariana Cruiser down to Nora Broderick. So Melendi goes down to second, but there are 2 outs now and 1 runner on. Here's the pitch. There's the ball down low. Pitch on its way, swing and a miss, strike. 2 balls and a strike, the count. Runner on second, 2 outs, 1 run in for Oliver Ames in the top of the first inning here. That's a ball outside, 3-1. Batters count here. We'll see if Covell gets the green light or not. It was in the dirt, ball 4. Two down, runners on first and second for Oliver Ames. Brings up the third baseman, Emily Martin. Takes a ball outside. Pitch, foul down the first base line, evens the count at 11. The 1-1 delivery on its way, swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes now to Martin. Charlotte looks in for the sign. Here's her 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Actually, it was called third strike. For for Oliver Ames in the top of the first inning, they had a run on 3 hits. There were no errors by Walpole, and the Tigers left 2 on base. So at the end of a half an inning of play, the score is Oliver Ames 1, Walpole coming to bat. Okay, McAdams batting from the left side of the plate, steps into the batter's box. Here's the first pitch. It is a ball. The 0-1 pitch, a bunt fouled off at the plate. 1-1 the count to McAdam. The 1-1 pitch on its way from Melendi. Slow roller under the glove, shortstop. Can't make a play. It'll be an infield hit for McAdams. And it brings up the second baseman, Abby Kearns, for the Timberwolves. Fly ball to left. Center fielder calls for it, left fielder calls for it, and it, just did hold on to it. Lucky catch there by Christelia Covell. And it brings up the pitcher, Charlotte Stasinski, for your Timberwolves. Strike. 2-6. McAdams is caught stealing 2-6. Stasinski takes a strike. Nobody on now here in the bottom of the first for Walpole. They called an illegal pitch, which I think is a ball. The umpire discussing with the coach for Oliver Ames. I think it has to do with her foot not being on the mound for any of her motion. The umpire is showing Melendi what he's referring to. Seems to be quite the discussion going on there. And the umpire goes back. And coach still talking to his pitcher, trying to settle her down. Still trying to figure out what's going on here. All right, so the coach is done talking to Melendi. And it'll be a 1-1 count to Stasinski. A ball up high, 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on the Walpole batter. Swing and a miss. Full count to Charlotte. Slow roller down the line. Pitcher throws her out, and the side is retired. For Walpole, they had no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of an inning of play, the score is Oliver Ames 1, Walpole nothing. Strike called. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Strike 3. She goes down on 3 pitches. And that brings up the right fielder, Ava Trachia. There's a ball. Strike called, 1-1. 1-1 pitch on its way. Ground ball right back to the mound. Straczynski fields it, tosses it over to Briella Clinton, and the 2 down now. Brings up the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Catherine Farley. Ball down low. The 1-0 pitch from Straczynski. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Strike 2, swinging. The 1-2 delivery on its way. Down low, 2-2. Two pitch. Strike 3 call. As Straczynski just blew that pitch right past her. So it's 3 up and 3 down in the second inning for Oliver Ames, who holds a 1-0 lead at this point. All right, Broderick steps into the plate. Melindy's first pitch is a ball. The 1-0 pitch. The ball, she jumps out of the way of it in the dirt. 2-0. Rounded foul into the Tiger bullpen, a dugout. 2 balls and a strike, the count to Broderick. Outside, 3-1. Change up on that pitch. Ball 4. And Walpole gets their leadoff runner on for the second inning in a row. And it brings up the catcher, Ariana Cruiser. First pitch to Cruiser. Ground ball right back to the mound. She goes to the shot for 1, back to first. Safe at first. His foot came off the bag. 1-6 the play there, so there's 1 out. And a runner on first brings up the center fielder, Carolyn Duran. And we've got another conference between the umpires. And they have said what they needed to say and go back to their positions. Here's the first pitch to Duran. Ground ball to third. She goes to second for the force, out back to first, safe. Another fielder's choice for Walpole. 5-6 on that play again. So 2 down now, and it brings up the shortstop, Sienna Cruiser. Runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the second for Walpole. Sienna takes a strike. Ground ball to second, flips the shot, and the side is retired. For Walpole, they had no runs, there were no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 2, the score remains Oliver Ames 1, Walpole nothing. Okay, Homer lined the first pitch of the game into left field for a base hit to start the things going, and she scored for the only run of the game so far. One ball, 1 strike, the count. Stasinski's pitch swung on and missed. A ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stasinski records her 5th strikeout of the game. And it brings up the center fielder, Caitlin Miller. She dropped down a bunt, was thrown out, catcher to second base, swings and misses, strike 1. Strike 2, swinging. Stasinski's pitch. Strike 3 call. She froze Miller on that pitch. That's 3 strikeouts in a row, 5 so far in the game, and it brings up the second baseman, Devin Morris. Devin singled to right, her first time at the plate. Strike called. Ball down low, 1-1 the count. Fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Morris. Stasinski looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Up high, a ball, 2-2. Strike 3 call is she took something off that and just froze Morris too. So 2 call third strikes that inning. 3 up, 3 down, all by way of strikeouts for Oliver Ames in the third. And at the end of 2.5 innings of play, the score remains Oliver Ames 1, Walpole nothing. Briella Clinton will come to the plate first. Briella Clinton had a home run her last time at bat, her first career home run for Walpole. There's a ball in the dirt. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off out of play. 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch. Ball 2. Line drive to right, and it's caught by the right fielder. 1 down, and brings up the designated hitter, Brookie Arena. There's a ball. On deck for Walpole, the leadoff batter, Susie McAdams. Want to know the count? Ball 2 in the dirt. The 2-0 count for Melendi on its way. That one was outside, 3-0. We'll see if the green light is on for Briella. Strike call. Oh, she took something off that and fooled Briella. Full count here, 3-2. I'm sorry, that was Brookie Adams, not Briella Clinton. Full count pitch. Ground ball into right field for a base hit. All right, and it brings up the top of the order, Susie McAdams. Susie grounded an infield hit to the shortstop to open the game for Walpole. Melendi's pitch on the way. Ball. McAdams showed bunt and took it low and away. Strike called, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, a bunt, right back to the mound. She goes to first for the play. So 2 down, Walpole with a runner in scoring position as Rena was able to move up to second on that play, and it brings up the second baseman, Abby Kearns. She flew out to left her first time up. Fly ball to left. That's over the left fielder's head. That'll be trouble. That'll tie the game at least. Going to third, and she will stay up there. Stay up there. 3-base hit for Abby Kearns. And Walpole has come back to tie up the game here. Uh, 1-1. And coming to the plate is Charlotte Stasinski with a chance to help her own cause here. Runner on third, 2 outs here. Ground ball to short, over to first, and she gets her. But Walpole came up with a run on 2 hits. There were no errors, 1 man left on base. At the end of 3 innings of play, Walpole's got 1 run, 3 hits. They've played errorless ball, left 2 on base. Oliver Ames has got 1 run on 3 hits. They've played errorless ball, left 2 on base. Charlotte Stasinski has thrown 38 pitches, 27 for strikes. The meat of the order coming up for Oliver Ames, 4, 5, and 6. The leadoff batter will be Katie Melendi, who drove in Oliver Ames's run in the first inning with a single to center field. There's the pitch. Up high, a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Little blooper, and Stasinski is able to get it for the easy out. And it brings up the left field, Cristelia Koval. She walked her first time up. Right call. Ball, 1 strike. Shows bunt and fouls it off. A ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down brings up the third baseman, Emily Martin. She was caught looking to end the first inning. Ball. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Straczynski's 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 delivery on its way. Up high, 3-1. Batter's count of 3-1. The pitch, foul back. Makes it a full count. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning for Oliver Ames. We're tied 1-1 here at Chauncey Smith Field on the Byrd Middle School campus. Pops it up foul. That'll be out of play. Phew. Coming close to hitting my car over there, ladies. You don't want to do that. The full count pitch. Ground ball to second. Kearns over to first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nor is nobody left on base. And Walpole will be coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th with the score tied 1-1. Okay, for Walpole, it'll be the meat of their order. 4, 5, and 6. Nora Broderick, Ariana Cruiser, and Carolyn Duran. Broderick drew a walk her first time up, leading off the second inning. There's a ball down low. Melendi looks looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Pops foul. That'll be out of play. On top of the batting cage for Walpole. A 1-1 pitch. Way high. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Ball 3 in the dirt. Three and 1 the count. Ball 4. And once again, Walpole gets their leadoff runner on base. This is the 3rd time in 4 innings they have. And it brings up Ariana Cruiser. She hit into a 1-6 fielder's choice her first time up. Drops down a bunt. It's foul. Melendi's 1-strike pitch on the way. Ball. And a stolen base for Broderick. One and 1 the count. The 1-1 pitch to Cruiser on its way. Another bunt. It's a beauty. And it's going to roll dead. It'll be a base hit. So runners at the corners with nobody out for Walpole here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brings up the center fielder, Carolyn Doran. She hit into a 5-6 fielder's choice. Ground ball to 3rd. And it'll be a base hit as she had nowhere to go with it. And that loads them up for Walpole with nobody out and brings up the shortstop, Sienna Cruiser. Sienna grounded back to the second baseman to end the inning, the 2nd inning. All right. Cruiser waiting for the first pitch from Katie Melendi. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th, tied at 1. Ball up high. Ground ball to short. She boots it, and that'll be an error. She tried to make the play before she had the ball. That gives Walpole a 2-1 advantage here. Base is still loaded and still nobody out. And it brings up the number 8 hitter, Briella Clinton, who flew out to right field her first time up. That's a ball. Cruiser on 3rd, Duran on 2nd, and Sienna Cruiser on 1st. Ball 2. Gets away from her. Throws safe. And she comes in on a wild pitch, giving Walpole a 3-1 advantage now. And the runners both move up on that play. 2-0 the count to Clinton. Line drive to center field. That's over her head, I think. And oh, it bounced off her glove. 2 runs are in, and Clinton will hold up on second. Two more runs come in, and Walpole jumps out to a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 4 runs. And it brings up the designated player, Brookie Arena. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. And Clinton moves over to third. So once again, Walpole's got runners at the corner with nobody out. And the top of the order, Susie McAdams. Susie 1 for 2, an infield hit, and grounded back to the mound. He takes the ball. And a stolen base for Arena. Puts 2 runners in scoring position for the Walpole. Slow roller back to the mound, down to the plate. Out. So 1-2. So fielder's choice for McAdam. And Clinton was out. Melendi to Farley. And it brings up the second baseman, Abby Kearns, who knocked in Walpole's first run with a triple to left field her first time up, her last time up. Pops it up foul, out of play. One strike the count. There's a line drive into center. Great catch by the center fielder. 2 outs now. And let's see, Arena did come in on that. So she's goes. Stasinski at the plate, 0 for 2. Slow roller down the line. And she beats it out for the base hit. So runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for Walpole. They've got 5 runs in already this inning and hold a 6-1 advantage. And coming to the plate for the second time is Nora Broderick, the third baseman. She started it off with a walk. In fact, she's walked both times she's been up. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Broderick Gets back into the batter's box. Katie Melendi looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Popped it up. Out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. High and away, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on its way. Swing, miss, gets past the catcher. Throw safe, and the bases are loaded. Okay, but pass ball loads the bases again for Walpole with 2 outs and brings up Ariana Cruiser. She singled, beat out a bunt base hit her first time up, her last time up. Ball outside. There's another ball. 2-0. The 2-0 delivery on its way. Strike call. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 5 runs in for Walpole this inning, who holds a 6-1 advantage. Ball 4. Makes it 7-1. Walpole's advantage. And it brings up the center fielder, Carolyn Duran. Carolyn singled down the third baseline her first time up, her last time up. Swings and fouls it back out of play. 1 strike the count. Line drive to second base, over to first, and the side is finally retired. But Walpole sent 12 batters to the plate, came up with 6 runs, and after 4 innings complete, leads 7-1. So for Walpole in that 4th inning, they had 6 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 errors by Oliver Ames, very costly errors, and the Timberwolves left 3. So after 4 complete, the score is Walpole 7, Oliver Ames 1. For OA in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be the designated player Taylor Mariano, the right fielder Ava Trachia, and the catcher Catherine Farley. Straczynski has retired 10 straight batters, 7 of them by way of strikeouts. Okay, Mariano struck out swinging her first time up. Went down on 3 pitches. Swing and a miss. Ball up high. Ground ball to Stasinski. Underhands over to first. 1 out. Brings up the right fielder, Ava Trachia. There's a ball in the dirt. Ball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. All 4, so Trachia draws a 4-pitch walk, ending Stasinski's streak at 11 straight retired. And it brings up the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Catherine Farley. She took a call, 3rd strike. That one's a ball. Fouls it off, check swing. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch from Stasinski. Steve Renault outside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Tried to hold up and couldn't. Makes it a full count with 1 out and a runner on first for the Tigers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And it goes to the top of the order now. Maddie Homer, she struck out and singled to left to open the game. Scored the only run of the game so far for Oliver Ames. Ball up high. Charlotte's 1-0 delivery on the way. Line drive into center field, a base hit. Puts runners on first and second with 2 outs for the Tigers. Brings up the center fielder, Caitlin Miller. Caitlin 0 for 2. Anna and Charlotte done discussing their strategy here. And Miller steps into the batter's box. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 5th for the Tigers. There's a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Ball 2 outside. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stasinski's 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 at the knees called. That's twice Miller's been caught looking. For Oliver Ames, they had no runs, they had a hit. There were no errors, 2 left on base. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, the score remains Walpole 7, Oliver Ames 1. Okay, so it looks like Taylor Marino is now pitching. She takes a strike to Cruiser. Ball up high, 1-1. Ball, 2-1. Ball 3. Ball 4. So the final line on Katie Melendi is 4 innings pitched. She's the pitcher of record right now. She had 2 walks, no strikeouts, 7 runs, 7 hits. Slow roll to third, over to second, safe. So runners on third. They tried to get Sienna Cruiser at second. The throw was late. And it brings up the designated player, Brookie Arena. The base hit into center field. And that will load the sacks for Walpole. And coming up to bat is Carolyn Daly. She's batting for Susie McAdams. McAdams was 1 for 3 with a run scored. So bases loaded for Walpole, nobody out here in the 5th. There's a ball up high. Line drive off the third. That'll be a base hit. 1 run scoring, and the bases still remain loaded. A line shot off the glove of the third baseman. Walpole gets another run, makes it 8-1. And it brings up the second baseman, Abby Kearns. Runners still, bases still loaded. Nobody out. 8-1 Walpole's lead. Line drive, base it into center field. 1 run in, here comes the second run. Off the mark, and 2 runs more come in. Walpole's leading now by 10-1. So if they can get 1 more run here, the slaughter rule will be in effect, and the Timberwolves will improve to 4-1. Runners in second and third. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. Now batting Grace Todd for Charlotte Stasinski. Swing fouled off at the plate. A 1-strike pitch. High and away, 1-1. Swing in the dirt. 1-2. Fouls it straight back. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to short over to first. And this retired. 6-3, but the run scored. And Walpole will come home with the victory. An 11-1 decision for Walpole in the 5th. They had 4 more runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. So the final totals for Walpole, they come up with 11 runs on 10 hits. They played errorless ball and left 6 on base. For Charlotte Stasinski, she goes the distance. She gives up 1 run in the 1st inning on 4 hits. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. And 1, 2 walks. 2 walks, gave up 1 run on, like we said, on 4 hits. So, we'll go over this again. For Walpole, they finish off with 11 runs on 11 hits. They played errorless ball, left 6 on base. Charlotte Stasinski gets the win. She goes the distance with gives up 9, strikes out 9, walks 2, gives up 4 hits and 1 run. For Oliver Ames, they had 1 run on 4 hits, played errorless. Actually, no, they made 2 errors and left 4 on base. So Walpole improves to 4-1. Oliver Ames drops to 2-6. So we would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School girls varsity softball action. Once again, your final score from Chauncey Smith Field: the Timberwolves 11, Oliver Ames Tigers 1.